Hey everybody, this is James from Unpacking Magic.
And Paul.
And today we're going to be going over something pretty cool. We're going to be opening up a sealed pull and showing you guys some of the different archetypes that are available to build with, what we basically can build with our 6-packs here of Ixalan, and how I would personally build it if this was my sealed pull. I have been doing sealed and draft for Ixalan quite a lot. I think I've done, at least 50 or 60, maybe more sealeds at this point, and probably the same amount of drafts at least on Magic Online and at shops and tournaments. So, and I do pretty well. So, when I'm doing sealed, I typically like to go, green-red dinosaurs or black-white vampires. Seems to be pretty popular, but that's just generally my, what I like, what I feel comfortable with. But anyways, some of the things, the reason why we're doing this is one of the watchers suggested that we kind of show off sealed pull and how to build the deck. So this video is for you. Another thing that we're going to do for this video is we've got 2 packs of Ixalan. We're going to be giving these away the stuff in a later video. How do we do this, Paul, for the later video?
For the 2 people that have the 2 most interesting comments, we're going to give 1 pack each of Ixalan to them, and we're going to be giving those away during our larger giveaway in a few weeks.
Okay, so let's get this going. So let me start tearing these open, and then I'll lay them out how I would in sealed, and we'll go over what I think will be best, and you guys will see that. So pull out these, put these off to the side. 3, 4, 5. Put it here so you guys can kind of see it while it goes down. White, blue. Try to go through this video a little quicker, that way we don't have a 30-minute long video for something like this, but Skullduggery, that's good. Probably one of the best cards in the set. It.
Why is it one of the best cards in the set?
It's just a great trick. I mean, it's definitely the best trick in the set.
So you can make your 1/1 you got a 3/3?
Oh, there we go. Captivating Crew. There's a good rare. It's probably one of the best rares in the set, guys, at least for limited. Oh, another Skullduggery. Okay, Pirate's Cutlass, good. Vanquish the Weak, good.
So you're going black there, sir.
Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll go either black-red or black-white. Ooh, Sunbird's Invocation. That's not bad. Actually, a lot of people don't like that card. I think late game that card's pretty good in a late game match. You end up just outmatching them at that point if you get something with a high mana cost. Okay. Oops. Oh, the white's not bad either. There's quite a lot of removal. Unfriendly Fire, that's good. Raging Raptors, Pillar, Shaper, Search Raz Canto, that's not bad. Not good for... it's not bad for them. Our blue's not going to be strong enough, I can already tell here, though.
Are we showing it for 2-color?
We're not... we're playing 2-color. That's the other thing. If you guys can play 2-color, play 2-color. Don't go 5-color. Don't Vanquisher's Banner. That's not bad. I think we can probably fit that in there. Black. Okay. I still think. So. Okay. So I don't think we're gonna go blue. For blue, it's not terrible, but it's just not strong enough for this.
What kind of cards would you go for in blue?
I mean, a lot of good merfolks and some bounce and taps. Water Trap Weaver is great, but we probably need some of the other merfolks to go in with it. I mean, you need to have really either strong blue-black or strong blue-green. Those are the only 2 colorways I would really play. And if you're going to do blue-green, it's probably going to be merfolk. If you're going to do blue-black, it's going to be more bounce and pirate. So, Okay, so I'm going to take the blue out. For the artifacts, we're not going to play Sorcerer Spyglass. We'll probably play Vanquisher. We're not going to play Chalice or Pillar of Origins or Prying Blade, but we'll probably play Pirate's Cutlass. This is a very good card. If you guys draft or sealed, always play. Pretty much in every deck, you can play Pirate's Cutlass.
The only decks I've seen where maybe it doesn't make the cut is maybe a really high cost curve Dino deck.
I would still play it in Dino. I don't think it's bad. I think you just play it and you equip it, and it swings on it.
Yeah.
So since we're not playing blue, we're not going to be playing Shapers of Nature, so I'll move those out. What were we going to say, Paul?
Oh no, I was going to say that it would be okay with those lower cost human clerics that usually the humans can play in that Dino deck. They reduce the cost of dinos.
Yeah. So on the red guys, some of the cards I don't think that you play, let's go over those. So Demolish, not necessary. Fire Shrine Keeper, I don't think is necessary. Charging Monstrosaur, great. Dinosaur Stampede, it's good in a dinosaur deck, so let's put it so it's good for right now. Fire Cannon Blast, great. Sun Crowded Hunters, great. Unfriendly Fire, great. Nest Robber is iffy. It's just kind of like, it's not necessary, but we'll see if we need it or not, if we need to put it in there. So I'll put it to the side of no. Rifle, no. Sunbird's Invocation, yes. Captivating Crew, yes. No on Hijack.
Why no Hijack?
Why would I not play it? Because it's 3 to do nothing, to basically take their creature and swing in one turn. Like, it's not strong enough.
Yeah, if it was an instant, it'd be way stronger.
Yeah, it would be great. But even then, if it was an instant, it wouldn't be amazing.
You take your creature and
and block, sure, that's fine, but it's not. So, okay, so these reds I'm probably not going to be playing with, so I'll move them over. I'll put Nest Robber in here just for right this second, just so I have a general idea. So for green, so River Herald's Boom, it's okay, but we're not going to be playing Merfolk, so we'll leave it for right this second if we need tricks, but it's not the greatest. Booktail, Deeproot, Ixalan's Driver, Raging Raptors is great. Crushing Canopy goes to the sideboard. Spiketail Ceratops, I don't really like. I don't think this card's very good, but I would probably put it as a no play, but if you need it for your curve, then you could use it. Jungle Delver, I don't think this card's good. I think that this card, you can run it if you need it for your curve, but it's not the best. And by the time you start pumping it, it gets destroyed or it gets put back to your hand.
Oh yeah,
it just causes a lot of problems.
Well, one time when I played that card, I got up to four counters, and then they removed it. Yeah. Then they returned it to my hand. It was terrible.
Tashani's Wayfinder, great. Commune of Dinosaurs, if we're playing dinosaurs, great. Emergent Growth. I used to think this card was good. It's not a good card. Don't play this card. Just terrible.
Why is it not a good
card? +5/+5 for a creature, and the opponent has to block this turn. They're just going to chump block it. It doesn't matter. They're not going to...
But is it your trample?
No, it doesn't have trample.
Okay, if you get trample, it'd be...
Sure, it would be better. Yeah, of course. Crushing Canopy on the side. Colossal Dreadmaw, good. Jade Guardian, good. Thundering Spineback, good. Okay, so there's our good green. Okay, and then on black, so I said our black was pretty good. So, Ruthless Knave, good. Duress, sideboard. Skittering. I don't know why people don't like this card. This card's very good.
This one, the Death Touch guy?
Yes.
Oh god, this is amazing. Yes.
No, okay, but pros rate this card as not a very good card.
Really? Because he's a 1/2.
No, this is rated as a 2.0 out of 5 by LSV.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
but I think this card is good.
I like it a lot too.
Desperate Castaways, if we're going to play this, we got Pirate's Cutlass, so that's great. Use it. Costly Plunder, no. Spreading Rot, no. Duress, no. March of the Drowned. In a full pirate deck, sure, but we're not going to play it. Deathless Ancient, yes. Vanquish of the Weak, yes. Skullduggery, yes. Seeker's Squire, yes. Contract Killing, yes. Do not play this card. Queen's Bay Soldier, unless you are just like the ultimate vampire deck. It's a terrible card. It's 2 for a 2/2. It does nothing.
It has lifelink, does it?
No, it does not. It is nothing. It is a garbage card.
And no Explore either? No
nothing. Nothing. Let's just talk about what the standard makeup is, which I was going to get into. I mean, it's realistically 16 lands in this format. Two colors is where you want to be. That's where you want to be. 15 creatures, and probably 5 good removal spells. 5 removal spells is where you want. That's like the perfect amount, and then you have other stuff as well for your non-creatures. That's like curve-based, that's where you want to be. You want to probably be... even when I start building a deck, I'll show out the curve, but basically, that's what I would like to see. What would you say, Paul?
Yeah, no, usually so maybe 16 or 17, maybe if you're playing 3 colors.
And I go over the white.
These newer players, they're interested in finding out how do they evaluate a card's good. So obviously, if they're looking at a 2/2 for 4 that has no real effect on the board, they're gonna know, oh, okay, this isn't worth it, right? But how do you say, okay, this dinosaur that's 6 mana, it's gonna be a game changer?
I mean, once you play these long enough, once you've played this set long enough, you can see that there's our other 2 casters out there. Like, a good example of this would be, like, if I take my black that's good and I look for a 2-drop, and I take Seeker's Squire, right? Granted, it's uncommon, but let me see. Yeah, it's not the best example, but you take Seeker's Squire, right? And you compare that to Queensbay Soldier. It's 2 for a 1/2 or a 2/2, but the 1/2 has Explorer, which gets me a land, which Explorer is really good in this set, and it turns into basically a 2/3. A 2/3 for 2 that looks at the top part of my deck is way better.
Well, but another card like Territorial Hammerskull, it's a 2/3 for 4.
Okay.
But it has a great ability, right? But a lot of newer
it's
players.
It's not 4, it's 3.
Is it 3?
Which is even better, which is why it's one of the best cards in the set.
Well, it's one of the best cards in the set because of its ability.
So now we're in white. So Pious is great. Skyblade Legion, great. Territorial Hammersoul, great. You could probably play Vampire Zeal. I probably would even in non-vampires. Pious Interdiction, great. Bishop Soldier, Vampire Zeal, Territorial. So Queen's Commission, I think, is still playable regardless whether it's vampires or not in sealed. If you're playing, you need some 3. Inspiring Cleric, I don't think there's anything wrong with this card. I'd always play it. It's 3 for a 3/2 that gains you 4 life. It's not a bad card. It's a good guy that gets on the field. Petrodon Knight, it's kind of debatable if you're playing dinosaurs. I think it's great, but it gets flying when you have dinosaur, when you control one, but it costs 4 for a 3/3.
Well, it's really good synergy if you're playing lots of dinosaurs.
Yeah. And that's it. Demystify is definitely a sideboard card, so definitely on the sideboard. So let me get into this to figure out exactly what we need to do here, because I think it's going to be... I thought our sealed hole was way better. But it actually is. Okay. So we definitely need to play red. It's 2, 3. So what I'm doing now is I'm laying out the curves for the costs so that we can get this to curve correctly. You want to talk about that at all, Paul?
Right, so
While I'm doing it.
Generally, depending on your deck, you're going to want to make sure that you have a roughly equivalent level of spells at 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. And then, anything above 5, 6, or 7 that you have fewer of those, because you want to essentially create a curve of your creatures and spells that lets you play something every turn, right? So I'm sure most of you know that if you play 26 casting cost cards in your deck, and you have only a few 1-drops, that you're going to end up with a lot of those 6 casting cost cards in your hand and not able to do anything for the first 3, 4, 5 turns. So that's one of the ideas. It's obviously fairly basic. So a good curve is a great idea.
I mean, I think you do 3 colors on this ball. Not really wanting to, but my whites.
Also, explain why you wouldn't add some of the cards in to make it 2 colors.
We don't have the cards to add to make it 2 colors. That's the issue.
But you have take a look at some of the borderline cards and say, okay.
So there's no borderline cards here. I mean, you could play Jungle Delver to bring you up to the 20th card, and Spike-tailed Ceratops to bring you up to the 22nd card, and maybe another 1/1 to bring you up to the 23rd card. But
those are very low power cards.
They're low power cards, and I would rather just play a 3rd color at this point.
So you're better off risking getting mana.
I mean, I have I got Ranging Raptors. I've got Tashana's Wayfinder to help me with mana. I've got Ixalan's Diviner to help me with mana. I've got a Community of Dinosaurs to help me with mana.
So yeah, for sure you can do that.
I mean, I don't think it's necessary to do that.
So 3 colors sounds possible.
I think so. Now the problem is figuring out what 3 colors to do. So in white, there's about 3 cards I would play if we were going to split. 4 cards I would play. So I would probably play Territorial Hammerskull, Pious, and oh, we got 3 Piouses.
That's pretty nice.
You know, I think we do white. The black's not bad. There is Skullduggery, Banquet. Yeah, I don't think we do black. That's just my opinion. So those curves in my black are not as good as the curves in my white for what I'm doing right here. So I would say, okay, so Pious. I've got Fire Cannon Blast and Unfriendly Fire. So 3 Piouses gives me 5 removal.
That's pretty solid.
I think that's fine.
Pretty solid, yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're going to play... Well, we'll figure out if we can fit Sunbird's Invocation. Hammer Skull goes in here. Petrodon Knight goes in here. How many creatures am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I really want to play Emissary of the Sunrise, but I feel like Frenzied Raptor's not that good. That's the one card. This card I don't think is that strong.
Really? Lots of people love Frenzied Raptor.
It's not rated heavily, and I don't think it's a huge deal.
Is that the 4/2?
Yeah, for 3. I mean...
You can't block, that's true.
Well, he can block.
Oh, is it? Which one? Oh.
You're thinking Captain's, the guy that's a 3/3 that has Menace that can't block.
Well, 4/2, yeah. Well, he's not going to block much. There's not that many 1/1s in the format that are going to be attacking into him.
Well, I'm thinking Emissary of the Sunrise is better, right? It's 3 for a 2/1 that has First Strike and Explorers, right?
Yeah, I love that.
So, and then I don't really have a lot of one. The one thing I find with red green in general is you don't really want to run 1-drops. The goal here is not to beat down. The goal here is to survive. If you can survive past turn 6, turn 7, and start playing down fatties, you're gonna win. You know, you're going to get all the big guys out, or have the tricks early, or the removal early, to be able to stay alive and win the game. You know, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Wait, do I have 24 right there? I think you have to play Vanquisher's Banner, too. It's just a good card, right?
Yeah.
So, I think that's what we're going to play. So, we got 1, 2, 3.
What does Vanquisher's Banner do again?
So, Vanquisher's Banner enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. In this case, we're going to choose Dinosaur, probably. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1. Whenever you cast a creature spell of the chosen type, draw a card.
That's busted and really busted.
So, okay, so we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I need to cut... I want to cut 2 cards, and I kind of want to play... You know, I like this card, Paul. I would play this card still, the Sunbird's Invocation.
Really?
You want to read that card for them? You want me to read it? I'll read it.
Go ahead and read the
You remember what it is?
No.
Okay, so it costs 6, comes into play. When you cast a spell from your hand, reveal the top X cards of your library. X is that spell's converted mana cost. You may cast a card revealed this way with converted mana cost X or less without paying its mana cost. So if you put it into play late game and you start playing anything out of your deck, you're just continually ripping new cards off the top of your deck.
And your idea is that this deck's gonna last until late game. It's gonna stall out until late game.
This deck is a late game deck. That is the goal.
Maybe it fits in,
right?
Maybe it fits. It sounds like
it's got a lot of high cast stuff, so if you cast that high cast thing, you can cast anything from those mills that you mill.
And then you start swinging the game. Right?
Well, you're key to cast them for free.
No, I said you start swinging the game in your favor once you're getting that advantage.
Yeah. I mean, some people would say that this is it's one of those cards you don't necessarily need.
It seems kind of like a win more card sometimes.
Yeah.
If you really got those high casting cost spells coming down, aren't you already in a good position to win? Wouldn't you be in a better position to win if you had another removal spell or another creature that was really good over it?
Yeah.
Because it's something that needs time to keep running. I guess after the first few activations, it's paid for itself.
I mean, it's cuttable. I mean, we can cut it. We don't really have the space, I don't think, in this deck.
And it's just an enchantment?
It's just an enchantment. It's won me games, but I can understand the debate on whether it's worth it to play or not.
What does LSV rate that?
I think it's a 2. Yeah, I would have to check, but it's very situational.
Yeah, it doesn't change. It doesn't affect the board on its own. until you use until you have another card that does it.
No, I mean that one card that costs 4 is way better. Card I had earlier tonight. It's a 4 for the enchantment, and you exile the top card of your library at your upkeep, and you can play that card in that turn. So you basically it's red card draw essentially. That card's better. Okay, so we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I need to cut one card. I am only at 15 creatures, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I need to cut probably non-creature. I don't cut Fire Cannon's Blast. I don't cut Pirate's Cutlass. Well, you could cut Pirate's Cutlass. I don't really want to. I don't have any Pirates, though. So this is like one of those cards where you're like, it's good, but is it worth it to really have it? Because it doesn't come into attached to anything. So this is that example that Paul's talking about, where Pirate's Cutlass is a great card, but this is that one deck where it might not work because you have no Pirates.
And how many low casting cost cards do we have? How many cards under 300 do we have?
4.
Ooh.
That's the issue. So it's not really like Pirate's Cutlass is a early beats card.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be great late game, but it's
let me tell a story real quick. So
I think that's probably what
So this guy had 2 Pirate's Cutlass in his deck today, and he got Desperate Castaways. Desperate Castaways turn Turn 2, turn 3. Play a Cutlass, equip it, bash for 4, and I'm dead. And he did that 2 games, except for one of the games I was able to kill his guy. It's ridiculous. It really is crazy fun. Especially if you have like Wanted Scoundrels, crazy card.
I don't think we cut a Pious, right?
No, I wouldn't play this. I wouldn't play Cutlass. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you don't cut a Pious.
No, it's too valuable. Because it just takes out any card. It takes out.
And we don't go low beats, right? Because we've got things like Bishop Soldier and Skyblade Legion, but I mean they're just not strong. We're not playing vampires. They're just not strong enough. They die too early on, and we're not. We're trying to be more of a in-game kind of. Okay.
Give me 1 or 2 options of another card.
Of another card I'd cut?
Yeah.
I don't think a third Pious. We have 3 Pious.
And if you cut one of the Pious, you'd be down to 4 removal.
Yeah.
No, I'd say I keep the Cutlass out.
Yeah. No. I agree with the Cutlass choice. I think this is pretty good. Let me let you guys see this. This is kind of where we're at. I think this is what our definitive decision on this is going to be. If anybody would like to... Guys, feel free on this video, on your comments, to chime in. Let me know if you think I did this a little wrong. I'll be a little upset, but I won't be too upset. So, Nest Robber, like I said, I don't think Nest Robber is very good, but we don't have a lot of 2-drops, and I need to make sure that we're alive. That's my issue, is this deck, if you get you don't want to get blown out. And, there are black-white vampires, but they'll blow you out. So, I think you definitely need the 2-drops to kind of stay alive. Okay, well, I think this is what you do. On the land...
How do you pick what land do you put in your deck?
Well, so here's the basis. So, I already kind of decided with this deck that I'm doing 16 land, okay? Mm-hmm. Try to go 16 and most of your seals if you're...
Well, here's the thing.
Well, I don't even want to go... I don't even want to go 17 land here, Paul, even with 3 colors.
Okay. Well, so when would you go 17 lands? If you had an extremely high curve?
We do have an extremely high curve.
Well, when would you go 17?
I just hate getting land flooded. I mean, fuck. I hate getting land flooded.
Okay, so there's no time you personally would go 17 in this format.
If it was very deep in every color, yeah. But I don't know how that's going to happen, because I probably would never do that. Mm-hmm. But we could cut a Nest Robber and have 17 land, but how many times did you have mana issues to it?
Several times? No, it's playing 17 land. In 3 colors. I guess these exact 3 colors, too.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
I mean, my thought process here is we could... Man. I mean, you could do 17 here, Paul. I want to, Believe me, I want to. I just don't know what you cut.
Okay, well, let's stick with 16, but Just explain which color, how many
Oh,
mountains.
I mean, for the most part, I think with a deck like this, you can tell you're green. You definitely probably need more green in this deck, so I'd probably play 8 green.
And you can tell that by the double casting
The
cost?
double castings on the high ends and the middle.
So the double green mana cost.
And there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 green cards to 6 red. And then you've only got 4 whites, 5 whites, 6 whites, but they're just 1 white. So I think you probably play 8 green. I want to do 8 green, 6 red, 2 white, but
boy, how are you ever gonna get white mana this time? You said you're playing 6 white spells?
you only need 1 white though, and they're late game.
They're all late game?
Well, they're 4.
Boy, but that's
Really.
That's almost half your removal right there with your highest interdiction.
Well, I can do 7, 6, 4, or 7, 6, 3. 7, 6, 3 is what I would do though. So 7 green, 6 red, 3 white.
Yeah, that might work.
So you got 7, 6. Give me 7. Give me those, and I'm gonna sleeve it up and see how we draws. I'm gonna see if I'm wrong on this really quick. So I thought about it more, and I got it all shuffled up. So I cut Nest Robber, which was a 2-drop for a 17th land. I do think 17 is probably necessary in 3 color. Unfortunately, I really wish we were just 2 color and I could just play 16, but I can't. So right now we are running 8 forests, 6 mountain, and 3 plains, and I think that should make sense. We've got, I think, 4 explore guys, Community of the Dinosaurs, and that's about it for our mana fixers. Oh, and that dinosaur that's a 3-drop that can go and get lands. So if it takes damage, so I think we should be okay. So let's draw some hands, kind of see how it plays out a little bit. I got it all sleeved and shuffled up. So okay, so starting 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so a hand like this, I'll definitely keep. I think that you hopefully draw into a white or some other stuff. There's a lot more green spells in red, so let's start it off. Let's see how it plays out. So red, draw, green, draw, red, draw, green, Brazen Tail, I'll move these over the side, draw, probably pump and remove something, so both of these probably die. 6, 6, plains, and then you've got Piuses, and hopefully these guys are still alive. Not the best draw in the world. Definitely pretty slow. So let's see if we can. I think I'm probably gonna take out one of the Piuses. I think I'd love to play 3 Piuses, but as a splash, probably be better to play Sunbird's Invocation. Considering it's pretty late game. Either Sunbird's Invocation or you put back in a low cast. So let's see. Now we've got 2 Piuses, and we got 4 removal spells basically, which is a little less than I'd like to see, but if that dinosaur card doesn't work out very well for us, we might want to pull that dinosaur card and put back in a creature. So I've got another lower creature. Hey, sometimes, guys, this is good. Just like test it out, see how it draws. 4, 5, 6, 7, so we're throwing this away. Like I said, I just sleeved this up, so you're going to have some times where land's going to get clunked up, especially after I just played it out for you guys. So make sure that you guys try and shuffle it up as much as you can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I definitely think you can keep this hand, mainly because you've got commune. So forest, commune. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and take. Yeah, let's take the dinosaur. Okay, let's go on the bottom. Comes back. Banner. Put out deep fruit. Go. Comes back. Have captivating crew. Probably say go. Probably block, so this dies. Play a land. Play a captivating crew. Maybe they kill it. Captivating crew dies. Draw a card. Play a land. Probably play Raging Raptors. Let's say I block what they have, maybe. Go get a land. Comes back. Draw a card. And here I'd play Sunbird's Invocation if I can still survive. And then probably play like a Raptor. So now I go six cards down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can cast any of these. So, you know, probably an Unfriendly Fire. Or you can you cast all of these? It's just a spell, right? Right, X is the spell's convert mana. You may cast a card revealed this way with convert mana cost extra less. Yeah. So maybe let's say like an Unfriendly Fire, right? Okay, so that's gone. Then it comes back to my turn. Let's say I play Vanquishers, do the same thing. 5 cards. Oops. And I can do like a Pious or Emissaries. So, say you do Pious, these go on the bottom. Comes back. Play, say you pump, you do 3 cards. You get a Fire Blast Cannon. You know, it's just like, it can... The cool thing about Sunbird's Invocation is it can just start to just go off, you know? So I definitely think it's playable, especially in a deck like this where it's so late game. But you just need to survive. I mean, you need to be able to not get beat down, hopefully have some removal like Fire Blast Cannon and some chump blockers that can kill stuff for the first 3, 4, 5 turns. And then you're golden, you know, as long as you don't have an awful hand or you get mana hose, which you shouldn't by turn 6, you know, you should be okay. So, that's what I think. Okay, so here is a sample hand. I changed a couple things around. I took Dinosaur Stampede out, and put in Pious. So, I just think this is a pretty late game card deck with a decent amount of removal. I don't know if Dinosaur Stampede is going to be necessary. It seemed like a dead card when I was playing around with it for the most part. So, land. Ixalan's Diviner. Showing a land. Go. My turn. Draw a card. Play land. Play Wayfinder. Showing a card. Saying go. My turn. Drawing land. Drawing a lot of land. Probably take Deep Root here. I go. Drew another land. Play Vanquisher's Banner. Probably naming Dinosaur. I go. I think you're gonna probably name Dinosaur on that most of the time. Casting dinosaur, drawing a card off of it, saying go, my turn. I'll commune with dinosaurs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll get a dinosaur, I'll play the dinosaur. I'll draw a card off of it. So, I mean, that's not bad. Play a dinosaur, draw a card. So, by this time it's pretty late. I mean, your hope is that you pretty much have domination of the board at this point, but you know, now I can play things like captivating crew and take their stuff, or unfriendly fire and deal damage. So, okay. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I think this is as good as it's gonna get. Like I said, I've messed around with a couple things. I changed the lands out. We've got 7 forests, 6 mountain, 4 plains. I took Dinosaur Stampede out. I kept in 3 Piuses. I'm not playing Cutlass. I took out Nest Robber. It's a little slower of a deck. It definitely takes a couple turns to get going. If somebody has a quick kill you in 4 turns deck, you're probably going to lose unless you get something out there on the field. Hopefully you get some like 2, 3 drops, but you know, as you guys can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the standard hands. You know, they're not bad. So there's a couple 3 drops, 4 drops, 5 drops, 6 drops. So, and 2 lands. So if we do that, plains, draw forest, draw mountain, even though I had another land in my hand. Tashana's Wayfinder, get forest, my turn, draw. Now you've got a lot of options. So now I can either Jade Guardian, or I can Territorial Hammer Skull, or I can Pious. I'll probably Pious right here in this situation. You know, then play a land, and then play a charging Monstrosaur. So that plays out really well. So I mean, that was a good hand that curved really well. But
it looks pretty good.
So I think, you know, one of the big things for the sealed thing is if you have, I know you're not going to have enough time usually. You're only going to have, what, 40 minutes for deck building? But if you have enough time to get this done quickly enough, I would play test it as much as you possibly can within 10. Just quickly do this, basically. Shuffle it up, see how your hands look, and then figure out if there's any things that you could cut to make it, you know, easier. But as you can tell, from us changing up the lands to 17, which I agree now is mandatory, from us changing the 7 forest, 6 mountain, or 7 forest, 6 mountain, 4 plains, that worked a lot better. So, you know, just gotta play around with it a little bit. But, yeah, what do we want them to say on the bottom of the comment section, Paul?
Okay, everybody. So go ahead in the comments down below. Let us know what you think about James' sealed deck build. What do you think he should add? What do you think he should take out? Do you think it was just right? How about what other kind of sealed questions you have, or maybe what kind of draft questions you have? Would you like us to do a video on how to draft? James, he really likes drafting, don't you, James?
I do.
So maybe he could give you some insight on that. And then go ahead and remember to let us know what you thought about this video in general. Do you like the format of this video? Then it would be great if you would make sure to like this video if you liked it, and to share it on Facebook and Instagram and anywhere else you kids do your social media things like Twitter or whatever. You can also follow us on at Unpacking Magic on Twitter. That's our new Twitter account. You can go ahead and tweet at us there. That'd be great. We'll go ahead and announce when some new videos come out. If you follow us, you'll find out quicker. So again, yeah, so like, share, comment, and make sure if you haven't subscribed already that you do go ahead and subscribe if you like this video and want to see more like it. Anything else you want to say, James?
Nope, but I do want you guys to understand that we do this for you. And we, you know, we're here to answer any questions that you guys have, so make sure you leave your questions, comments, concerns, everything in the comment section down below.